Okay. So, hello and welcome. And before we really begin, I'm going to make sure that we're going live. So just bear with me as we go live. This will be on Facebook, and then we'll be sharing this everywhere. So no matter where you are, you will be able to find it. So we're going to share it on the Book Brilliance publishing page. And I want you to join me as I introduce the wonderful Mark Stephen Puller, who's going to inspire you with his words of wisdom. So here we go. I'm just letting it go live, and let's start. So we are going live, and hopefully I can see you. Okay, so got it. And we're recording and everything's as it should be. So let's get the show on the road, as they say in show business. So today, this is all about the Voices of Strength Summit. We launched a book. We had an amazing launch where the men blew me away with their vulnerability and their honesty, their authenticity, their transparency, all those amazing words that make world-class leaders. And that is what Mark is for sure, within himself, but also what he gives to his clients in his work as well. So this is what, at the start of Voices of Strength, this is what Mark said. When you embrace strength with all your might, you have the determination to forge your path and live life on your terms. And Voices of Strength is all about that. It's about men saying no more. They don't have to be like the status quo, what society says, who they should be and how they should behave. No, they rise and roar with a message that's different, but it's fueled with their personal power because they have learned to connect with who they are on the inside. So who is Mark Stephen Puller? Well, Mark runs the TMSP, the Mark Stephen Puller Agency, his own PR and digital marketing agency, helping high-profile entrepreneurs like myself share their stories through the use of PR and digital media to become known globally. So I know straight away, Mark, we're so aligned because we're all about global reach. So welcome to the Voices of Strength Summit.
Thank you so much for inviting me onto the show, Brenda. I'm really, really happy for collaborating with you again. We do lots of work together, so I want to thank you personally.
Oh, it's such a joy when you meet the right people in your life. You just don't work with them once. You find ways of coming back time and time again, of doing great things to support each other and to support everybody out there who needs our help and support and guidance. So that's all I want to say, because I want to let you share your story and your topic for today. I'm just going to remind myself what that is. Maybe you can remember.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's it. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So Mark, enlighten us, inspire us, because you know what? I'm ready to take action.
I can share what rock bottom is. Rock bottom is being on your hands and knees, picking up fluff off the carpet, thinking it's a crack cocaine rock that you have dropped. That's rock bottom. I was always the guy at school that got bullied for the way I looked and about my sexuality before I even knew it myself. Big chin, big ears, gay, puff, queer, you name it, I was called it. Saying that, my mom told me a really funny story. I was about 5 years old. There was a knock on my mum's front door. It was the next door neighbours bringing me home. My mum opened the door and the neighbours said, "Susan, we thought we'd better bring Mark home." My mum looked at the neighbours, looked at me. There I was in my mum's nightie and high heels, walking the street at 5 years old. Always be yourself, no matter what. Always be yourself. My childhood was really, really hard, especially being bullied through primary school. I found that really, really challenging, and it really, really did affect me when I was younger. And I purposely went to a secondary school that no one from primary school was going to, so that I didn't get bullied. It was great for the first couple of weeks. I didn't get bullied, only that didn't last long. Only the bullying was a lot worse. I remember having to run home one day from school, the whole 2 miles home, because one of the hard lads of the class come and kicked me in my back for no reason. The bullying at secondary school was really, really hard. I suffered with stress, anxiety, depression, and I even left school at the age of 15 before my 16th birthday because the bullying was so, so bad. And my education really, really suffered because of bullying. In fact, I would even say if you put all my GCSE results together, they would spell the word fudge. Yes, they were that bad. So at the age of 15 is where my drug taking started. And it started on the softer drugs to start with, things like speed, weed, and get ready for it, people, air freshener. No wonder everyone says I'm a breath of fresh air. And over time, I started going out partying, clubbing, and taking stronger drugs, things like ecstasy, ketamine, you name it. I've tried all of the drugs. I was escaping my reality, trying to make myself feel better, escaping my reality and my life using drugs. And by the age of 18, my life had spiraled out of control, really heavy drugs, partying every weekend. And by the age of 21, my life really took a downward spiral and I got addicted to crack cocaine and heroin. I went out on a party night out with friends and I tried a new clubbing drug. Having the time of my life 1 minute, dancing away on the dance floor. The next minute, I woke up in hospital. I had just collapsed and died from drug use. Bruises all up my arm where adrenaline had been pumped into me. A shaven chest where shock pads had been used on me to bring me back to life. I was living a bad life that was going nowhere. And you would have thought that would have been a wake-up call to go on to a better path. But no, on the way back from the hospital, my mum couldn't control me. I'd still got all the sticky pads on my chest from the monitor of the machines from the hospital. And I made my mum drop me back off at an house party on the way back from the hospital. And I took ecstasy the same day as I had just collapsed and died. That is how uncontrollable and how much my life was out of control. A few days after that, my mum caught me in my bedroom taking crack cocaine. She ran in the bedroom, she grabbed the crack pipe off me. She just did not know what to do with me. She ran outside, she chucked the crack pipe down the drain on the street. And she did one of the best things that she could have ever have done for me. And that was to chuck me out of the family home. All of a sudden, I had to look after myself. I got my own flat. I moved away from all the people that were dragging me down. And it really is true. People will either lift you up or drag you down. Have a look at your circle. Have a look at the people who you are surrounded by and ask yourself, would you swap places with those people? Because if the answer's no, it is time to change your circle. I slowly started to rebuild my life. Be a street performer. Just imagine a street performer on the streets playing their music. The crowds just walk past them. No one takes any notice of them. But that street performer carries on playing that music regardless. And eventually one person stops. And as soon as that one person stops, a crowd forms. Be the street performer. Focus inwards on your own goals, on your own dreams. And eventually one person will stop, a crowd will form. What you have been focusing on will show up. I slowly started to rebuild my life. I set up my own hairdressing business, had great success with that. And then I joined a network marketing company, and that was great for me because I learned the power of social media and building a network. I built a team of 50, recruited into 6 different countries. But I wasn't following my passion. I used to watch the speakers on stages sharing their personal stories. And I thought, I want to be a speaker. I want to inspire people with my story. So again, I jumped in the deep end, spoke all over the UK for free. I didn't earn a penny, but I gained skills in public speaking and sharing my message. I then set up a coaching business in public speaking coaching and had great success with that. Got lots of personal clients in public speaking coaching. I built a public speaking coaching platform and did group coaching with that. And then I was interviewed on a radio show to an audience of 3 million, and they asked me to co-host the show. And then I fell accidentally into what I do today in press, PR, and media coverage. I have built a publishing platform, mspnewsglobal.com. I've built my own agency, TMSP Agency, which is a premium media PR agency. I'm a best-selling author of many books. I've got my own television show. I've got my own radio show. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying it to inspire you that no matter whatever has happened in the past, no matter what has happened in the present moment, you can create any reality that you would like to create. It starts with positive, empowering belief systems, making better choices, repetition, and over time, you will create the reality that you would like to create. Never underestimate the power of your mind. Your thoughts are really, really important. Have a look at the room that you're in now. Have a look around at all of the objects. Everything that was there was created first in the mind. Let me say that again because it's really important. Take a look around at everything around you. Everything apart from landscape was created twice, and it was first created in the mind. That is the power of your thoughts. Choose your thoughts wisely. Now, I want to share a little bit of how you either grow flowers or you grow weeds. Now, imagine yourself as a weed. What happens if you pour weed killer on that weed every single day? Eventually, that weed will die. And that is the same as our thoughts. If we are constantly feeding our mind with negative thoughts, we will die, our dreams will die, you will not achieve your goals. But now imagine yourself as a beautiful flower. My favourite flower is a lily. And for all the men out there, if you don't want to imagine yourself as a flower, your favourite plant. Now, what would happen every day if you nurture that plant with beautiful water? Over time, positive thoughts, positive empowering beliefs, that flower will thrive, it will grow, and you will achieve your dreams and your desires. So I just want to finish today on never let anyone dull your sparkle. Know your worth, know your value, and know that you can achieve any desired reality that you want to create. What does not kill you will always make you stronger.
Woohoo! I'm saying, wow. Oh, it was got my hand up. Wow. That's incredible. I've just got to share this. Look. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. Sits in my desk, Mark, all the time, because you know me, it's all about the diamonds, it's all about the brilliance, it's all about the sparkle, it's all about the energy. And wow, you know, I've heard bits of your story before, and you've obviously written in books and things, and we've worked together. But for today, when I heard it, it was like, I was almost like, I felt as if I was hearing it for the first time. You know, you certainly have, you know, you can see people growing all the time, can't you? And I thought you might have, and maybe we'll have a wee chat about this. You often talk about how people put you down, you know. Do you want to explain what you did when people were trying to tell you you couldn't succeed in becoming a PR agency? Because I think that's a very important message.
Yes, at the beginning of my journey, there were people I thought were above me who were already creating great success, and I just felt like they were trying to put me down, and maybe it was because they could see the light in me. But my thinking on this has changed a lot now, Brenda. In the past, I used to really care about what people think about me, but I am very much, I'm not a victim, I'm a creator, and you should never, ever let anyone else's opinions affect you. The only opinion you should listen to is what you believe in your heart and soul. And if you believe you're capable of something, you should always follow your heart and believe in yourself and never let other people's opinions affect you.
Mm, absolutely. I'm sure we've listened to the voices outside, and voices of strength is all about what goes on in the inside. And you talked about that earlier, as well, about personal development, starting to think about yourself, reflect, looking inside and listening to the inner voice. Some people call it intuition. There's a number of words, whatever it makes you feel comfortable with, and listening to that, and don't silence it, amplify it, and then be inspired and take action, because that's what you've done. You've listened to your own inner voice. You've thought, well, I want that. If you'd been listening to Professor Jagdish earlier, he was talking about dreams, destination, and destiny, and having the dream and then putting the work in to get to what you think's a destination, only to realize it keeps going. So your destination is the little goals that you achieve, and that destiny is it's actually quite elusive, because as you grow, I suppose if you thought of yourself now, and where you were 18 months ago, are you in a different place?
Oh, a totally different place, yes.
So that's how much your destiny evolves. It's limitless, and it's wonderful. So now that you're on this path of evolution, I like to call it, what would you say has been that biggest achievement for you, and what's the next big thing? Because that's what I want to know.
I think the biggest achievement for me was definitely when I set up my own agency and mspnewsglobal.com, where it was all, I was doing similar prior, but it was other people's products and services. But when I set up my own agency and then set up my own publishing platform, mspnewsglobal.com, it was all my own brand. And that was a great achievement for me. Also, just little achievements where I'm interviewing such big names, where I feel so honoured to be interviewing people like Dr. John D. Martini. I've recently interviewed Jack Canfield. I have Marie Diamond as a client from The Secret movie. And I was such a big fan of The Secret movie as well. So I feel like I attracted those people into my life as well. I see those as really great achievements as well. Also my books, which I'm really proud of, especially Step Into Your Brilliance and Tips to Create the Life You Desire, and Voices of Strength, where I get to share my message of inspiration as well.
Yeah, I know. I just laugh because I think we're the same person. I'm the female version and you're the male, because you've got it. Let me see if I get it down the right way. So I do business brilliance, but you do brilliance business or something, don't you? Yeah. So we've got the same thing. Step into brilliance. I'm writing a book called Brilliance. There's just so much in common, and that's why I have the right people around me, like you spoke about. I'm surrounded by amazing people, and we feed each other, we support each other and nurture each other, and that's a message I think that we need to be sharing when you're forging your own path and you're saying, no, I'm not listening to what the world tells me who I should be. I was laughing, like you heard me out loud there when you were saying about a 5-year-old had your mother's night dress and high heels on. I remember my sons, they used to walk about the house with my high heels on all the time. She looked quite funny, and I thought, oh my goodness, And I think they stopped wearing the high heels now. I think I don't know what they're wearing these days, but anyway, at that time they did. But it was quite funny. I mean, you told me that, it just reminded me of my own boys who did the same. They did the very same. You know, they dress up, put on the high heels, get the limpy on. It's so funny. Anyway, so it's just it's a joy, as you can see. We've started off the afternoon session with a great speaker, everybody. And Mark, please follow Mark. Where can they follow you, Mark?
I would say if anyone is interested in getting some global digital media, they can contact me and schedule a free consultation at www.contactmark.me. That's contactmark.me, and all of my social media platforms are there. So contactmark.me.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're everywhere in Instagram and the likes, you know. So thank you very much. I love working with you, and I know this isn't the last. I know we've got already done another few things, and we've got more in the pipeline. So watch out, world, because Mark and Brenda are coming to spotlight you and put you in the limelight, you know. So Mark, thank you very much. Everybody, thank you for listening. And until the next time, till the next session, this is Brenda saying, be brilliant. Much love.
Thank you for having me.
And toodle pip. And remember, be your own person, just as Mark has said. Till next time, bye.